So, if you're like me, you've probably had a bad past in reading. I've never been a strong reader. I think mainly because I grew up with a tablet, a iPad, if you will, and every time there was this book, it would one be boring because I'd be flipping the pages, and then, bro, beside me is fucking Dan TDM on an iPad. Which one do you think I chose? Today, I've dedicated my whole time to reading. It's been since the morning 7 a.m. till now it's about 3 o'clock. Of course, there's breaks and I just had lunch, but two books, just in case you want to know, that I'm reading is Russell Brunson's .com Secrets and How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now, those two books are insanely good for the thing I'm doing right now, which is recording and just online businesses in general. I'm going to share with you some tips that I've learned from a few days of continuous reading. Number one is the friction of opening the book. You just have to, if it's a big book in particular, you have to open it with two hands, but then you also heard advice online, or you need to highlight it and write on the margins of the book. If you're scared of, let's just say you bought a new book and you're scared of highlighting it or just ruining it or making it bend a little bit too far, I genuinely think you have to get rid of that. Trust me, bro, I wanted to preserve my books so bad. I'll tell you this, the first time I highlighted on the book, bro, my heart was broken. It was like, it felt so heavy and my heart felt like there was a hole in it. Like, it was the same feeling as purchasing something really expensive. Do you get what I mean? But after a few days of continuously highlighting and writing on the book, I noticed that it doesn't actually matter anymore. Like, I actually love highlighting now, because when I skim through the chapters that I've already read and I've highlighted through, those are literally the key points, and I get attracted to those points, and then I just get a basic summary of the chapter I just read. Bro, I'm telling you, the school system has literally made me retarded. I don't want to say that lightly, bro. That I should literally consider myself as a disabled person right now. Do you ever get this? When you're reading a paragraph, you get this stupid voice in your head. Oh, the butterfly flew over the mountain. There's actually a way to silence it. It's to get into deep flow and forget about reading it, but then you're still reading it. If that makes sense. And so some tips I've heard from, I think, Tim Ferriss or something, is I use my peripheral vision. So I start, just picture like the book, right? There's lines here, lines here, lines here. Start on the third word in and finish on the third word, like, to the last. Do you get what I mean? Like, draw lines like that. And then there's words on this side. And then read like that, read like that, read like that. And then what you actually also want to do is read a little bit faster than usual. And you'll be surprised that you'll actually comprehend a lot of it. But it's just a little bit delayed. If you read really fast, the thoughts actually come into your head like 2 or 3 seconds after you've read it. And then you're like, wait, what did I just read? And then you go back to the word and you're, oh shit, it just came into my head. If you just bought a book, I know this is fucking terrible, alright? You just spent like £14 on a book that you've been recommended by people, and you can't fucking read it because the language is so much different. There's so much fucking friction in your head that you can't comprehend what any of it says. Don't be afraid to stop reading it, bro. The guilt, it's very hard to explain this, so I'll just give you an example of my story. So I bought The Intelligent Investor. It's a book on investing ages ago, when I was, I think, maybe 14. And that book, I thought I could read it, but no. I opened the pages, fucking some high-tech Wall Street language. So that book is eating dust right now. And what I picked up now, .com Secrets, it's so fucking easy to read. And so that is a sign that you like the book. It's easy to read and you actually enjoy it. So don't be afraid to cast aside a book for another, is what I'm trying to say. Another stationary type of tip on taking notes and highlighting. I know it's so fucking, at least for me anyways, it's so annoying when I'm holding a book, right? I'm holding a book on the table or just on my hands with this type of fucking grip. The book's here, and then I fucking, when you have to uncap and cap back on the lids, that is so fucking annoying. You can't just, it always brings you out of flow when you're trying to fucking highlight it when you're also holding it and uncap, and then when you're done with highlighting the words on the page, you still have to cap it back on. So what was my solution to that? The pen, you can actually leave it uncapped. Don't worry about that. But the highlighter, invest yourself in one of these. I think I have one. Yeah. One of these highlighters. I don't know where this came from, but I found it in some drawer that's like ancient. Okay. So essentially what this highlighter is literally just, do you see that, bro? You don't have to cap it back on. And this is some like Chinese invention. Oh my god, bro. I swear they're gonna take over everything. But honestly, look how fucking useful this is. You gotta invest in one of these if you can find them. I don't have a name for any of these, but very, very useful. I think the last and final thing is time. If you force your way through the beginning friction and have trust in yourself that everything will get better, everything will get easier, I found that after a few days, the book actually softens itself. It's easier to flip now. You get more in depth into the story, and then boom, you're in momentum and there's nothing to worry about anymore. So essentially, more of the story, and to summarize this, is just fucking start it. Break through the walls. Don't give a shit about the book. Fucking legit throw it on the floor and like step on it or something, and then write on it and then highlight it. You bought the book. It's your book now. You ain't gonna sell it for the same price it is. You bought the book and it's used now, and you're gonna sell it back for £3 when you initially bought it for 17. So just write on it, bro. It's gonna help you way more than just fucking ruminating on the perfect condition of this book. Okay? Alright, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Thanks for watching. In a bit, bro.